stood Tiger Woods, the man who had redefined greatness for an entire generation. But what unfolded next wasn't another highlight for the record books. During his team's debut match in February 2025, Tiger made a mistake that left fans stunned. Reading his distance as 99 yards instead of 199, he confidently selected a wedge and watched the ball fall embarrassingly short. A stunned silence turned to laughter, even from his own teammates. Later, Tiger called it one of the most embarrassing moments of my career. The legend who built his name on surgical precision had suddenly looked human. Was this just a fluke, or the first sign of something deeper slipping away? In isolation, the blunder might have been forgotten, another viral sports clip destined for a weekend meme cycle. But this wasn't just anyone. This was Tiger Woods, the same man whose every motion once defined perfection. The irony was hard to ignore, a golfer known for mastering pressure undone by a simple yardage misread. In the sterile, tech-driven environment of TGL, the smallest miscalculation felt symbolic. A glitch not in the simulator, but in the focus of a man who built his empire on control. Could this moment mark the turning point from dominance to decline? Fans and analysts were quick to ask the question. Tiger himself seemed to avoid. Why is he still pushing so hard, still experimenting, still chasing reinvention? The blunder wasn't about one swing, it was about direction. And as 2025 unfolds, the real question emerges: is Tiger's next move his greatest comeback, or his biggest mistake yet? Long before the TGL miscalculation, Tiger Woods had already written a complicated history of brilliance, shadowed by misjudgment. Few athletes have ever reached his level of dominance, and fewer still have dismantled it with their own decisions. Legendary golfer Gary Player once claimed that Tiger ruined his career by endlessly changing swing coaches after reaching his peak. In Player's eyes, Tiger's obsession with reinvention cost him not just rhythm, but identity. Each new coach, each tweak in mechanics, seemed to chase perfection that was already achieved. The pursuit of better began to erode the best. Could the greatest champion of modern golf have been undone by his own relentless need to evolve? That pattern of overcorrection wasn't limited to technique, it extended to his body. In a 2025 interview with Newsweek, Tiger reflected on his early training habits, admitting one of his biggest regrets. "I shouldn't have run so much." The brutal physical regimen he imposed on himself in his 20s, designed to build strength and endurance, instead shredded his knees and back, shortening his prime years. What was meant to make him indestructible became the foundation for his fragility. Even legends can mistake endurance for invincibility. From constant swing changes to relentless comebacks after injury, Tiger's career has followed a cycle of push, break, and rebuild. Each return carried flashes of the old magic: the 2019 Masters comeback, the iconic fist pump, but also reminders of what had been lost. Now, in 2025, the mistakes no longer come from the body or the swing alone. They come from a deeper place, a refusal to let go of control, to adapt gracefully. And as history shows, the greatest downfall often begins when greatness itself becomes the addiction. When Tiger Woods announced the launch of TGL, a high-tech simulator golf league promising to revolutionize the sport, the world took notice. Backed by cutting-edge technology and star investors, it was marketed as the perfect bridge between tradition and the digital future. Tiger wasn't just participating, he was leading it. As co-founder and face of the project, his influence gave the league instant credibility. But as the lights came on during its highly anticipated debut in early 2025, things went wrong. From the yardage blunder to awkward timing glitches, the spectacle felt unpolished. The CBS Sports and Associated Press coverage praised the ambition, but the headlines told a harsher truth: innovation without precision can look like chaos. For the first time, Tiger wasn't chasing victory on the course, he was defending his reputation in the court of public perception. Fans were divided. Some saw Tiger's push into virtual competition as visionary proof that he was evolving beyond traditional golf. Others felt it was a distraction, a vanity project built on nostalgia and name recognition. Social media was split between admiration and mockery. For a man who once commanded absolute respect, this was unfamiliar territory. Woods had become the brand, not just the athlete, and that brand now seemed at risk. The same drive that once redefined golf might now be redefining him for the wrong reasons. The irony is unmistakable. The man who once set the standards of modern golf, who made others chase his shadow, is now the one chasing trends. In trying to future-proof the game, Tiger may be sacrificing what made him timeless. And as the TGL project moves forward, one question lingers: has Tiger built a legacy empire, or a monument to a legend who couldn't stop reinventing himself? Every great athlete eventually faces the same moment, the point where passion collides with reality. For Tiger Woods, that moment is now. After nearly 3 decades on golf's biggest stage, he's eligible to compete on the PGA Tour Champions, the senior circuit where legends like Phil Mickelson and Ernie Els have extended their careers with grace. But according to CBS Sports reporting from 2024 and 2025, Tiger remains hesitant, even dismissive, about joining. The Champions Tour offers shorter rounds, golf carts, and a lighter travel schedule, all luxuries for a man whose body has endured countless surgeries. Yet, for Tiger, those same accommodations feel like surrender. He doesn't just want to play, he wants to prove he still belongs among the elite. The logic for joining the senior tour seems obvious: less strain, more longevity, and the chance to dominate peers his own age. It could even protect his legacy, letting him showcase skill without risking injury. But logic has never been Tiger's compass, pride has. Friends and insiders say he still believes he can win on the main PGA Tour, that stepping down would be an admission that his prime is truly gone. That internal conflict has defined his career, a refusal to yield, even when the evidence mounts. But what if that same pride that built his empire is now the very thing tearing it down? Phil Mickelson embraced the shift, reinventing himself on new tours and adapting to new realities. Ernie Els did the same, finding peace beyond pressure. Alone, caught between legacy and identity. Each missed cut, each physical setback adds weight to the question fans now whisper: is Tiger protecting his legacy by staying, or destroying it by refusing to let it evolve? For over 2 decades, Tiger Woods has been more than a golfer. He has been a force of nature, a global icon, and the standard by which greatness itself is measured. But in 2025, that aura of invincibility feels fragile. From the infamous TGL blunder to his hesitation about joining the senior tour, the legend who once seemed untouchable now faces questions about identity, direction, and pride. What once looked like evolution now risks appearing as erosion. His story has always been about control of his game, his image, his destiny, but even control has limits. And perhaps the greatest test of Tiger's legacy is not how he conquered golf, but how he learns to let it go. Every era of his career tells a part of this story. The young prodigy, sculpting his swing to perfection. The champion, rebuilding his body through pain and surgery. The survivor, rising from scandal and injury to win the 2019 Masters in one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. But now, a new chapter is being written, one that doesn't depend on winning majors, but on making peace with what's left. The irony is sharp. For a man defined by precision, his legacy now depends on the decisions that have nothing to do with a golf club. Because when perfection fades, perspective becomes the